friend. How are you? I missed you. I decided to try and make another video, emphasis on try, because you can probably hear that that's my dog. I have a dog now. She's senior Chihuahua. She's absolutely adorable, but do you know casts for Minecraft? She sounds like them periodically, and she grumbles a lot, and she grooms herself quite often, same as my cat, so and what's more than that, I have wicked hay fever right now, so you're probably gonna see me touch my nose a lot because I'm so itchy. There's no plan or structure in this video as per usual. I just thought I'd come check in on you again. Maybe I can put you a bit closer. Yeah, she crumbles like a little piggy. She's absolutely precious, but very loud. Absolutely loud. So, this is your fair warning. You don't have to watch this video if the dog noises annoy you. I gotta be honest, the dog is the least of my sound issues at the moment. Which I know says a lot. Hold on. Hey, Claire. There have been multiple people moving and renovating since, I think, right before January. So it's been, and there's been a lot of neighborhood parties and a lot of holidays. It's just been non-stop noise, basically, day and night, especially night for whatever reason. So yeah, that's been absolutely lovely in trying to film, so I've just given up. And that's not a bad thing, sometimes it's fine to give up. Right now, it's pretty chill outside, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I did promise my friend that I'd make another video. So hi friend. I have a lot of ideas, but I don't really have the capacity for that right now. It's not a brain fog day, so oh, and I gotta say, the person with the dog that barks 24/7 finally moved, so that's been a bonus. Nothing against them, but trying to film with a dog that constantly barks in the background was not great, because it would go off and at anything, and once it started it wouldn't stop. Didn't matter the time of day or anything, or the time of night for that matter. It would just keep going. Yeah. So that's been quieter, but yeah, the moving fans and the renovation noises were like near constant. She sounds like a little piggy. So it's just been really hard trying to work around that. Plus, even though my country put out a fireworks ban, for some reason that sparked even more fireworks here, which also kind of hard to work around, because I can hear what you hear, but enhanced, like max volume, so I can hear every background noise and everything better for editing later. Which means that if I'm recording and they randomly decide to throw off fireworks, then my ears get blasted out. was that. So I'm just stuck. My neighborhood has a bunch of alleys, like my street specifically, and for some reason, the sound bounces off the walls quite nice in those alleys apparently. So the kids are known for lighting it off there any time of day, any time of night, especially once they're out of school. But once they're out of school is when I just get out of work. So that's not been a great combination in trying to schedule. And as you can tell, there's a plane going over right now. I've just given up on trying to have minimal background noise because there's just nothing I can do. It's either not film or film with a lot of background noise. Some things I can edit out, but not everything, which is sad. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember when the last time I uploaded was, so apologies. I'm not even kidding. This plane sounds like a water, like a kettle trying to boil. The thing is, they will usually circle the house because this is military training, so they'll be back. Thank you. Yeah. But yeah. So, in good news, I have a dog, and my new job's been going really well. Well, new, I say I've been there for like over a year now, but that year was basically the trial period, so it's like solid now. It's been really great. I have a great boss. I have 2 jobs now, so yeah. I have a lot to say about the dog if you're interested. If not, too bad. This is your last chance to skip. As you can hear, she's very grumbly and snory and loud. Very, very loud. Very loud. It's so weird hearing it through the mic because I hear this 24/7. She sleeps in my bedroom, but through the mic it's so much different. But I got her nearly 4 weeks ago. It's been nearly a month now. Sorry, I also gotta breathe through my nausea because for some reason, I'm like in a hell flare right now. If you can't tell, I just don't feel very me right now. But this doggy is special. I recently was, like 5 weeks ago recently, was looking online for a second pet because my cat has also like special needs in behavior. She's like really chill, but she has anxiety disorder, so it's a lot to keep in mind with food as well, because like her anxiety makes her stressed, and a lot of stress hormones dry out her skin, so you gotta like keep an eye on her diet as well to make sure she gets the oils that she's lacking. Since I found my way in that, like what works for her, it's been a lot better. Not great, but a lot better. But because that's been better and she's way less agitated over being itchy, because that's obviously really annoying to have all day. And there's not been, like, that was one of her stimulants, like overstimulation things years now. And originally I thought I wouldn't be able to do it because he was so anxious and overstimulated all the time. Now it's like way better in the past year. And the house has been like pretty settled and all that stuff, right? So I was like looking online for a sibling for her. I originally was looking for a cat. The plane is back, what did I tell you? They circle. It's so stupid. I have brain fog in case you can't tell. I'm doing my best. And that's all you can do. I'm not gonna beat myself up over it. I'm ADHD with brain fog, so it is what it is. That was so cute. But when I was scrolling for cats online in shelters, I ran into an issue of shelters here do a lot of character description and what the cat needs and what you can offer and all that stuff, right? But every shelter that was doable for me with traveling, they had no cats that would fit in my home. And the one form that I did fill in, I got a call later and they were like, hey, I see you responded to our cat, but on your form it says that you have another cat and we found she doesn't do well with other cats. And I was really confused because the shelter sites have like in the basic descriptions before the character descriptions, like can be with dogs, yes, no, can be with cats, yes, no, can be with kids, yes, no, all that stuff, right? Like, or a maybe, or unknown, at least. For her, it was can live with dogs and can live with cats, yes. So I was like, but online it says that she can be with other cats. And she was like, yeah, but she can't. And I'm like, well, that's awesome. Can you adjust that? Because otherwise she might not get adopted. Because if you're counting on something else, then, you know. So I hope they altered that. I didn't check after. But then I was looking at a different site, at a different shelter, with even more thorough descriptions and different policies and stuff. And I was looking for cats, and again, no luck in cats. All of them wouldn't fit my needs, were in need of a garden, blah blah blah, all that stuff, right? And I was like, yeah, I can't do that. And then, accidentally, I scrolled down, and they will recommend you posts on that site. Whether it's dog or cat, doesn't matter, it will just recommend it to you on the front page, or if you're already on an advert, like scrolling. And then I saw a potato, and I was like, oh my goodness, a potato. I love potatoes, and I mean a chihuahua. I am not very, I don't agree with breeds like that are damaging the dogs, but obviously it's different if you're getting them from a puppy mill or a breeder that is purposely making those dogs, even though their health is suffering from their breed. I have always told myself that I would be allowed to adopt certain breeds if it was adoption, and if I wasn't like necessarily looking for a specific breed, because for me it's the personality that matters, and the needs need to align with my needs, and I need to be able to provide. So I was like in instantly sold on the first picture on accident. And then I saw the description and the characteristics and the needs and all that stuff, right? And I was like, oh my goodness, this seems like it would work perfectly. Except for stairs, because she's very, very tiny. And she's 10, nearly 11, so I was worried for stairs. I live upstairs. So I thought about it, and then I was like, I'm gonna fill in the form. In my mind, keeping the thing of, I'm probably not gonna get a call back because she's gonna have 20 or so applications at least. She's so cute. She's absolutely adorable. Plus chihuahuas, like small dogs and stuff, are usually like really wanted. I don't know. But then again, she is a senior, so then it kind of depends on that. Sorry, lip balm time. With the hay fever, my lips have just been crusty. Plus, it's been freezing again. We've had like 24, 25 degree weather randomly, and then bam, back to freezing. Like below zero. Thanks, I guess. So weird. But again, she's a senior. I applied, keeping in mind that I wouldn't get a call back. And just really nervous, and I wouldn't shut up about it. I told everyone. I was just so excited, even though I was like, I'm not gonna get her because someone else is already gonna get her. And it's not like first come first serve, it's who fits better, so it makes more sense. Thank you, Blaine, for the 3rd lap of the day. Awesome. Big snore. So I applied on Monday afternoon, and on Thursday afternoon I got a phone call, and I'm like, no way. And I pick up, and it's the foster family saying, hey, we saw that you filled in a form for this doggy. I don't know if I should say the name, because then you can look it up and you can see my area. I mean, not that I live there, but I don't know, it's just weird. People are weird. I don't trust the internet. But I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Or I replied to that, and I'm like shaking on the way home from work. I was like, hello, yes. And she was like, what made you interested? And I just said like, oh, she's just so cute. Like, plus I've always wanted a senior. That was the plan as well before I got my cat, but this cat was rehomed and I already knew her, so it worked out very well. So that's why I didn't end up getting a senior cat. But for a dog, I would love a senior. I love seniors. I'm not very into hyper pets, like very energetic, very playful is not my thing. I don't vibe with kittens and puppies that well. And I was like, weird, but they're cute, but they're not like, I don't know, they're very overwhelming to me. Plus, I'm not good at training. I can train pets very well, but they're usually already adult pets. Like, even my chickens are trained. I don't know what to tell you. My cat knows commands. For some reason that sticks very well. But, yeah. So, the host family, like the foster family, was saying, She's so cute. Would you like to come meet her? And then our schedules didn't really align, so it was like another week before I was able to meet her. And I shit you not, the only interactions I got with the doggy the first time, which is how I knew she was gonna be mine. She walked in, and it was like a room she hadn't been in before, but if I were to go to the foster family home itself, that's like her turf, so that wouldn't have gone well, considering Chihuahuas are usually very guarded, and this one's also very guarded, so then I would have been an enemy. So we decided to meet at the shelter. And I traveled like 1.5 hours to and 1.5 hours back, and my bus delayed, so it took me like 4 hours to get home. Well, how do I say this? Like, I left on time, and by the time I got back, it was like 5 hours later, even though the appointment was like 40 minutes. It took so long, but it was worth it. Yeah. She was like, oh yeah, she doesn't like strangers, she doesn't like anyone, she usually prefers one person, and that's her person. And I'm like, that's fine, that's what I wanted. I don't want, like, an easy pet. Like my cat as well, she's easy, but she has so many weird things. She's so peculiar. I like a challenge. And I want them to be like stubborn. I want them to have their own free will and let me know. I love that. So I came in with like I think a 25 pamphlet questionnaire that I wrote because I had a lot of questions, which luckily she was so happy with, because I guess it just helped. And she had her questions, and we made it work, right? Like, that already took 35 minutes, I think, 30 minutes or so. And then seeing the dog alone was 10 minutes. But with the meeting as well, it did show, it showed what I expected. Because she walked in, she didn't want to come in because she was like, where is this? I've never been here. And then she saw me on the couch and she was like, who is that? And I was sold. I was like, hell yeah. I love that sass. She didn't interact with me, and I didn't interact with her, because especially like dogs that are very guarded, don't go up to them, please. That's not good for them. And the foster mom was saying like, yeah, we can do this 1,000,000 times. She's not gonna like you, as long as I'm with her, because she's now bonded to me. You'll only know how it goes once you take her home. So we can do as many like meetings as this, but it's not gonna get you anywhere, so you might as well take her home the next time. And we can even do a trial period if that makes you feel happier, and then you can bring her back for free if it doesn't work out. Which was already my intention, like, if it doesn't work out, don't force yourself in, because it won't benefit you and it won't benefit the pet. It's not an impulse decision that you need to make, obviously. You think about it beforehand, you think about it during, and you think about it after. But, if it doesn't work, and it's something that you cannot adjust or make work on both sides or either side, it's not worth it. Only get an animal if you and the animal benefit from it, right? And I wouldn't have gotten her if I wouldn't have been able to give her everything. My cat's already a spoiled little shit. She is so spoiled. Like 1/3 of my apartment is dedicated to her. That's just it. Most of my day is like planned around her. It's I don't know. But because she's just so fucking funny. I don't know what to tell you. She's so funny. She's such a goofy little weirdo. And so picky with everyone. But weirdly enough, since day one, since she got home here, she's been like vibing with me. So I expected that Chihuahua like jumping that they do, especially with like if they don't like someone. And considering I was a stranger to her 3 weeks ago, makes sense, right? Plus, she doesn't like being picked up, and I live upstairs, and she can't and is not allowed to walk stairs. So I have to pick her up 3 times a day. Well, twice, but 3 times a day, twice. So that's like 6 times, at least. And she was chill with it. She thinks it's weird when her feet go off the ground, obviously, because that's kind of weird. But she just lets it happen. She's been the chillest dog since day one. Slowly but surely her confidence is growing, and she's learning that this is her house. Which is interesting, because a handyman had to come by the other day, and she went nuts. She hates men specifically. I don't know what it is with women, like she'll be mean and snark and all that stuff and bark her head off. But eventually she'll like settle down. With men, if she even hears a man in the distance, she goes insano mode. I don't know what to tell you. She's so weird. And considering my boyfriend is here like 2-3 times a year, good luck. And I already expected that my fingers would have been bitten off since day one. Not that she has that many teeth, she's 10, but no, she just let me. And I was allowed to pet her, and yeah, like slowly but surely. I'm not gonna like bombard her with love since day one, but like I don't want to overwhelm her. But now she slowly comes out of her little basket and comes to ask for pets. And she is on a bathroom patrol with my cat. They just love it when I'm on the toilet. I think this is like a universal with pets. They hear the bathroom door open and they need to be in there. They cannot let you be alone. What if you just fall or something? I love my little weirdos. They're so weird. Well, at least they have hobbies, I guess. But yeah, she's 10. She's a diva. She's spoiled. She's a little guard dog, and yeah, she will go for your ankles, especially if you're a man. Get them ankles away from her, bro. And the thing is as well, if she sees dogs in the street, she's immediately ready to square up and play. Doesn't matter the size, and usually the bigger dogs are afraid of her. It's so wild to witness. Thing is, she was rented to the shelter at age 10, so her medical history was murky, but when they did the check, she's not fixed. So I don't want to like risk anything, cause you know, it's really handy that this whole neighborhood has dogs that are like at least twice as big as her, or 10 times as big as her. Because I do not want an accidental litter for doggies, oftentimes, well, most of the time, I guess, especially the tiny ones. Menopause doesn't exist, so if you're screwed, I guess. It's so weird. Like, I don't know, I've always had my pets spayed, especially for health and stuff, and with cats it's so risky. Plus, that's how my country has has no strays. My country, I think, is the only country in the world that has no strays at all, anywhere. And if there's a stray, it gets immediately picked up and rehomed, and we have no kill policies. Unless it's, like there's only like 0.0000001% that it can happen, but that's only for specific reasons. But I'm really proud of the fact that that's just a thing. The foster family was really sad to say goodbye to her, but obviously I'm keeping in contact. Same with my cat. I keep in contact with the whole family still and give them updates. I love doing that. Oh, also, the doggy has kneecap issues. Like, I don't know what it's called in English, but she has stage 1 out of 4 stages, so it's not too bad. Which is why she's not allowed to walk stairs, because otherwise it can get worse over the years. And Chihuahuas can get like easy 14 to 16 at least, and you hear ones that go into 18, sometimes even 20. So hopefully I have her for the long run. I did take her to the vet the other day, and fun fact, I'm medically very squeamish, so I had to get out because I was gonna pass out. No shame in it, I don't do it on purpose, but plus I wouldn't do it if I knew my dog was aggressive with vets. See, for some reason, like at home, she's a demon. Anyone who gets even nearer to her or thinks about it, ready to square up, right? But at the vets, she's so chill, she just lets it happen. The max she will do is like struggle with her legs, and that is it. Like if someone's trying to pull her or something. It's so funny. But me just like, hey, can I go outside for a second? I think I'm gonna pass out. She's like, don't worry. I get really faint really often, so it's fine. I'm used to it by now. It just sucks, especially because I have a doctor's appointment on Monday, so I don't want to be embarrassed there and pass out again, because it's happened before. I am the worst, I'm telling you. I mean, I'm fine if I just stay down, but if someone tries to like move me or talk to me, then it gets worse. Which doctors sometimes go, are you gonna pass out? And they just keep talking, and I'm like, shut up, just let me chill for a bit, I'm fine. But yeah, it's been a wild ride having her. Not much has changed in routine and all that jazz. In case you're not familiar, I am very, very autistic. And not in the way of, oh, I'm so autistic, I like things a particular way. I have a severe case of autism. It's diagnosed. But I thrive off routine and everything. And she just fit into that seamlessly. Nothing really changed. I do keep them separate at night, my cat and my dog, because my cat obviously has been only a child for 3 years, so I want her to like adjust easily and have her own space still for a while. So I take the doggy with me to the bedroom at night, so she can keep me up there all night by snoring and grooming herself. It's awesome. I have insomnia anyways, I'm pretty sure, so... Well, some days I have insomnia. Oftentimes it's just insanely high sleep issues, but you just learn to live with 4 hours. 4 hours is, doable. But yeah, sometimes I think something's happening or whatever, and it's just her snoring. Sometimes it doesn't doesn't sound like snoring. That's the downside of small breeds as well with a short snout. She grumbles a lot, but she's too old for the surgery, so that's no use. Sadly, otherwise I would have gotten it done. Like, anytime you ask the vets or something about it, they're like, she's 10. Don't. I'm like, okay. Like, I already know, but just to check, because I want her to breathe. What was I saying? Oh, and she has like that light, I don't know the English word right now. Like that white hue over her eyes where you see slightly less. She has like that very lightly, but then again she's 10. And people keep forgetting she's 10. They're like, oh, did you get a puppy? How old is she? 1? And I'm like, 10. Even the vet was like, wait, she's 10? And I'm like, yeah. Why did you get a dog that's 10? And I'm like, cause. Also, chihuahuas sleep like the same amount as cats, which is great, because my cat also loves sleeping. I think that works fine. She does have beef with the neighbors, even though the neighbors love her. Because the neighbors dare to go out their front door. How dare they? Just have door noises and exist. Rude. So then she'll like pop off and not shut up. And when that happens, I periodically just hear cackling outside because she can hear it. She thinks she's adorable. She was also considering for years of getting a dog, but now she's seen mine and that it works in an apartment size. She's like sold. Because I have a cat and a dog now and it fits fine, so you know, just don't get one that's as big as you, obviously, but if you get like small to medium, it's doable. But it's been such a fun ride. Most of the accommodations that are needed for her are relatively affordable anyway, so I was discussing with I still like talk about her with her old host family, and I was discussing what would be easier for her with traveling and stuff in case I go someplace and need to take her with me, because my cat is fine alone for like most of the day, and my cat doesn't really mind some people unless they're like overwhelming. What was I gonna say? Yeah, and they get fed twice a day. So for the cat that's easier because she'll either get her food earlier or like an hour later than usual. And then it's fine, right? With the dog, obviously there's walking in between, so if I walk her in the morning and I come home late at night, that's obviously not gonna work. So, yeah, if I go on a day trip, I can take her with me. Which I got recommended to get a pram, like a buggy, a stroller. Depends on what area of the world you're in and how you pronounce it, or what your word for it is. We call it a buggy usually. My boyfriend's English, so I switch with my boyfriend between pram and buggy. But it's also a stroller in America, so there you go. And some people call it a dog cart, like a doggy cart, which is also interesting. It's like, oh no, it's not a shopping cart, it's a doggy cart, duh. But, yeah, I was looking online for like models that work with the terrain in my like area right? And then I was scrolling through secondhand listings, and there was a listing that had some bids on it from like half a year ago. Bless you. Are you good? Hello? Are you good? Oh my goodness. Are you okay? Are you okay? She's hiding in her bed. I don't know what that was. I think that was a sneeze. But no one else had bid on it, so the end price was still stuck at the latest bid, which was super affordable, and the starting price was already really great, but the latest bid was already great, so I was able to insta buy on that last amount, which got me to a grand total of 35 including shipping, which I'm super happy with. I was willing to get the 60 box ones, but I was looking for one with a storage compartment underneath as well. A zip, not, what's it called? Not Velcro, but a zipper, and a leash inside of it already attached, and a lower viewing window, because a lot of them had the viewing window like this high up on the cart itself. That is her height. She's not going to be able to look out. But those already came to like more like higher prices, and a lot of them have like a singular front wheel or like a triangle shape, like a tricycle, which I was like, why? That's great for maneuvering, but not on uneven ground, because then oftentimes it gets damaged, it gets overused, like the front wheel. I was looking for a sturdy one. This one for 35 bucks I managed to find online, and the cheapest listing was 130. So I was like, yeah. It's actually a very sturdy brand, and a lot of people have it for at least 2 years. The only issue is the zipper sometimes wears, but we'll see. And it's a pretty lightweight model. I hope it's not too low for me, because I'm pretty tall. I mean, I'm average for my country, but I live in the land of giants, which is so funny because my boyfriend is usually the tallest person he knows or is in the room with. And then he gets to my country again and he's like, I'm small. It's funny. But that's on the way. I'm really glad with, like, I found that. I still need to find a better harness for her, but she's so tiny that it's hard to find one that fits her great, because she doesn't need a collar on the harness, because she's so tiny. And she's pretty chunky, so her double chin will be in the way. It will either be too tight or too loose. Like if you put it to the normal size, like for a collar, and she'll bend down, her double chin will be like a. So I don't want that uncomfortability, and you don't need to tug or anything for her. If you just drape a string over her loosely, she's already fine. She can tell. She doesn't run off or tug or anything. She's literally an angel. So it's not like I need one that's sturdy and has a lot of. Okay, one that's able to disperse a lot of force. Like, it's just so she can feel the guide of the line. But yeah, I'm still looking for one that works for her. But once I have the pram, or the trolley, the buggy, whatever, right? I'm able to put her in there and take her for longer walks, and then I can take her to the pet shop and try some on. They encourage that, especially if you're like struggling with fits and stuff. She's so nasty. It was really funny because telling my family and stuff that I'm getting this doggy, they were so confused. My dad was like, but then you have a dog for 2 years, what's the point? And I'm like, it's not a hamster. Smaller dogs live longer. She can literally, in the best circumstances, become twice her age now. Yeah. It's been a ride. What was I saying as well? I had another thing I wanted to say, but my brain isn't working. I've been picking up a lot of reading again lately. Luckily, with my Kindle, I can put what's it called? I can put the font to dyslexic. And though I don't have dyslexia, I have like basically permanent eye strain. Some days it's worse, some days it's better, and it doesn't matter how many times I get my glasses fitted or get checked at the optometrist. It is what it is, right? So I just learned to live with that, I guess. But having a more accessible reading format is such a game changer. I've been binging books. It's great. Plus you can keep track of what's it called? Like how long you have left in the book and all that stuff, right? Plus they're usually cheaper in PDF format because, you know, the Amazon overlords can always revoke your right to a book. Thanks, I guess. Which I'm not too worried about because most of my books are max €1. I don't get expensive stuff, and the book collection that I have, like a series of books, I literally own the PDF too. I bought that years back, so that's not an issue either. Those are legally mine. They were before I had my Kindle. So those would be the only ones I would be worried about losing, but they're not at risk of losing, and I have backups, so that works. I've also been diamond painting more again. I've been stocking up on diamond paintings, despite the extra eye strain lately, because I've been really on a diamond paint binge. Yeah. It really helps, like, relaxing and stuff. I haven't been gaming that much, like, at all, actually. And if I've been gaming, it's The Sims. Sadly, I'm back to The Sims 4. I don't know why The Sims 4 hates me, but, you know, why? Why I come back, I don't know. It doesn't run well for me. It's simulation lag, mainly. And they're doing a lot of maintenance lately, and I'm in my forever world right now. So I don't want to risk having mods on and off, so I've just removed them entirely. Just in case it screws up my save file, and I make backups of my save file anyways. But yeah. So I've just been raw dogging the simulation lag, and that's been infuriating. Which is why I sometimes take a break and go back to The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, because those are my babies. Does anyone remember The Sims Medieval? I love The Sims Medieval, but the problem is, you need to do a lot of reading, and sometimes my eyes just can't take it. With The Sims 3 and 4, you can just click, click, click and be done, right? Or The Sims 2 even. With The Sims Medieval, it's like story-based, so... And you at my screen. It's not pretty. I've also not been playing loads on my Switch because of my eyes, so the screen is just like a bit too small. There was a game that I've played recently that I was in love with, but I can't remember. That's bad. It's freaking 2 PM and ASMRs make me sleepy, and that's a great sign. I was thinking originally this could be like a makeup video, but then I realized I don't feel like wearing makeup today. That's fine. My face is very itchy because of the pollen, so I don't want to agitate it more. Yeah. And no one's telling you to wear makeup. You can wear it because it's fun. And if you don't feel like wearing it, don't wear it. No one's stopping you. Maybe I could show you some of my makeup though. Like this is my pouch of lipstick I have in my purse. I have like an entire selection with me. That thing is stacked full. And this is my dailies. That thing is heavy. And I have an entire box, like crate, like this big, full of eyeshadow palettes. But lately I've been doing cream eyeshadow because it has less fallout and it works like easier. And considering my eyes have been dry and itchy because of the pollen, that's just been great. So like I haven't been even been able to wear mascara that often because it just adds to the itchiness. There's something else on my eye that's crumbling, and you know, waterproof just doesn't work for me. So I do normal, and it's okay, it doesn't crumble that much, but together with the eyeshadow I can tell my eyes get irritated. But it's so pretty. I love makeup. Can you tell? I think lately I've finished, like I haven't been able to game, but I finished like 3-4 books, and I think I've finished like 5 or so diamond paintings. Yeah. Like I have a couple more on the list that I want to do, but I am at my project max right now. I usually only have 3 ongoing projects at the same time, and one that I have is a long-running one. The other one's a medium, like time one, and one was a quick one. But I have 1 at work, and 2 at home usually, that I switch between, just to keep it fun. I have found that I hate squares. Like, they're just harder for me to do. And lately I've been very shaky, so that's also been great. You can probably tell I'm growing out my sides, and that is not because I don't want my shaved sides anymore. It's because my hairline is here. Over the years, I have had shaved sides since I was 16, and I am 25 now, so that's like nearly 10 years. So the hairline's just gone up and up and up and up over the years, because you accidentally get nicked while shaving, you know, like the sides. If you do it at home, if you do it at the hairdresser, someone always nicks something. So that's just been slowly creeping up. And I finally decided like half a year ago that I was done. So I'm growing it out, and it's a mess, so I usually have it down because it just doesn't look good. And I'm getting my roots fixed soon as well. And that's when I'll put a new coat on of hair dye. So, you know, for processed hair, it's really not that bad. It's still like silky soft. Funny thing, I have rarely met dogs that don't want to go for walks. She's one of them. Like, I'll be like, oh, you want to go for a walk? And she'll do that chihuahua shaking of, no, I'm so comfy. Please don't. It's funny. But, I'm probably gonna go, because I really want a cup of coffee. And, I hope you had fun listening to me talk your ears off and infodumping about my pets. It's been a journey,